You have a decision to make. You can either be that plain, boring, average, mediocre, plain water. Or you can take the different route and become that sparkling water, that fizzy, that exciting, that charismatic water that people just love being around. I bet that you are currently outsourcing your critical thinking and your communication skills to ChatGPT. Am I right? When you write an email or you have an important message to make, you ask ChatGPT, hey, how can I formulate this better? Hey, make it sound human, don't make it sound AI. Or you have a project of some sort. And instead of you being in the moment, thinking for yourself, and being okay with failing, you just, you give it up. You ask ChatGPT for everything. Also your ideas. I bet before conversation, before an important conversation, you want to have the right points, the right ideas, and you just brainstorm everything with ChatGPT. Hey, how can I make this point? What if this person says this? Should I answer with this? How can I improve on this and this and this? All of this. And what you don't realize is that you are weakening your own charisma and your communication skills. I noticed this myself only a couple of months ago when I was writing. It sounds stupid, but you're probably doing the same. I had an important WhatsApp message to make. It was a business transaction, and I wanted to come across as in the best light possible. It was very important that I nail this WhatsApp message because this would make or break the deal. So I asked ChatGPT for how can I make this sound as friendly as possible, but still being able to close the deal. All of this. And I noticed that I had spent 30 minutes crafting one text message on WhatsApp with ChatGPT. And this is something that 2 years ago, before I was using any AI, would have taken me maybe 3 minutes and I would have sent it. I would have felt pretty comfortable with that. And now, I felt more tense, I felt more nervous than ever, and I had to double check everything. Are you sure this is good? Oh, are you sure I don't have any spelling mistakes? Oh, does this sound AI? Will the other person think that this is AI? And in that moment, when I realized that I'm doing this on a daily basis, I'm asking ChatGPT for everything. And I even asked ChatGPT for things that I already know. So I have some sort of idea, or I know that a process works this way. But I will still ask ChatGPT, hey, are you sure that it works like this? Are you sure I'm not missing anything? And it sounds stupid to say, but I also sometimes ask the same things over and over again, like day after day. So I will ask ChatGPT, for example, well, how can I communicate more effectively? And I know the things. I know the things I need to do. I know, like, I have to have tonality. I have to have energy. I have to use eye contact, pausing. I know these things, but I will still ask it again. And to me, it feels like I just want the comfort of ChatGPT being on my side. When I feel doubt or I feel fear, I feel that something is uncertain. That's when I go to ChatGPT. Please, can you comfort me? But this is something that I'm stopping. Because this has been a big problem for me, and I think that for most people, it's really problematic. And I know it's so tempting to just ask ChatGPT for everything. But you lose your charisma. You use your muscle and your brain. The thinking muscle, that's what you lose. And you will if you continue this way, you will lose that sort of off the hook charisma type. Right? Because we want to be able to just off the hook in any situation, unprepared. It doesn't matter. Give me anything, and I'll be able to ramble on. I will be able to just talk on, be charismatic, engage the audience. I'll be able to pull a story from thin air and just make it up. We want to be able to do that. But if you rely on ChatGPT too much and you're overanalyzing everything, exactly everything, then you will never get to that place where you truly feel that you are mastering your charisma communication. And talking in an unfiltered way also means that you don't need to think about everything before going into a conversation. You can just be present in the moment and go with the flow. Your subconscious brain will take care of it if you don't stress too much. Most people today stress way too much. Most people are way too anxious, try to overanalyze everything, try to make everything perfect. They are editing themselves. If you edit, go to Reddit. That's just something I made up. But stop editing yourself. Stop trying to make yourself seem like this perfect version of yourself. Because you're not. You are flawed. And you will make mistakes. You will have awkward silences in a conversation. You will stumble your words. You will say something stupid that you regret later. But that is all part of the human experience. And the more you speak freely, the more you're truly just present in the moment, you try to get into flow, the better you will become. This video would not be good if I would script everything and I would read from a script. First of all, it would not be fun for me. Speaking from a script, that is boring. That gives me no fulfillment at all. And you would feel that. You know, what if I spoke from a script? You would not watch. You would have not watched this far if I would have scripted everything and read from a script. So stop trying to read from a script all the time. Stop using ChatGPT for every single task. Be okay with failing. Be okay with not saying the perfect line all the time, because either way you will not. Either way you will not. And I think in today's world where trust is at an all-time low, we trust people less and less. We talk with people less and less. We don't have the same social skills or the connection that we had even 10 years ago. We just don't. In today's world, it's not bad to mess up, to say something stupid, or to not have the perfect lines. It's not bad. It just shows that you're real. You're authentic. And you're just being human. You can probably you can probably relate to this. You see, I'm not editing out these mistakes either, right? I'm human. I make flaws. I think I've made a good journey from being very socially awkward and not having any speaking skills whatsoever to the point where I'm now. But I'm not perfect in any way. I mess up all the time. But the point I was trying to make is that you probably don't like it when it's obvious, it's clear as day that someone is using ChatGPT for their messages or for their emails. Like the other day, I had a guy who I was thinking of doing business with, but I noticed that, he was writing way too much. And it was clear that he was using language that he wouldn't use when we spoke one-on-one. So I instantly knew that he was just using ChatGPT. And for me, it didn't feel as good responding as if he would just be honest with his mistakes. So, be authentic. Be okay with making mistakes. Because this is, in the end, what's going to create a connection with other people. And you will, over time, be more charismatic. Don't let AI ruin that for you. I am very interested in hearing what you think about this topic in the comments. Please, what is your experience with AI? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Have you noticed the same things? I'm very interested in hearing, especially on this topic, what you have to say. Hope you found value from this. Hope you take some action. Hope you start going in conversations without preparing anything. Just being there, present in the moment, go with the flow. Don't stress. You stress way too much. You overanalyze way too much. Don't do that. All right. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.